The Burrito Lord has returned.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the MT-01 Monocrat Megatank. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. It's a very large box, but as you can see right up front here, we have a little cool image of Meg's here, just holding his sword. On this side, you just have Monocrat. On this side, Monocrat Megatank, blah blah blah. On the back, Monocrat Megatank, and picture of the tank itself. Up top, Megatank. On the bottom, nothing. And that's basically it for the packaging. Also, need to talk about the instructions real quick. On number one, the instructions suck, but I love the cover of the instructions because they have his face blurred out like he's under witness protection. That's just hilarious. But anyway, there you have that. And moving right along, here we have Monocrat Megatank, or Megatank Monocrat. I'm not sure what his name is actually supposed to be, but it doesn't matter because it's Megatron. That's the only name that matters, is it's Megatron. And yes, this is their take on a Bumblebee movie, Megatron, and this figure is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, as you can see. Here he is in robot mode, and it looks fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. I love it. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his mega crotch, not at his mega abs, but at the mega noggin. There's the mega noggin. But as you can see, really nicely done head sculpt, nice and Megatron-y. Some nice detail going on there. Looks very good. Very, very good. And he has a nice little spot here for a Decepticon sticker, which I will apply after I'm done with the review. Now, the paintwork on this figure is just fantastic because they didn't just make him look dirty like they usually do. You know, a lot of figures are just like, make it look dirty, just put schmutz all over it. This, the way they painted this, they just kind of painted like, it gives the plastic just highlights and shadows, and it just makes it play so well with the light and really gives it an amazing, just metallic look. So I love the paint job on this. They didn't just make it look dirty, they just made it look, you know, just like a little wear here and there, but not like, oh, let's just make it look dirty. And again, it just gives it highlights and shadows and just makes it play really nicely in the light, and you can see some nice metallic red. You get some kind of a gold color going on in there as well. Lots of molded detail as well. Again, you get that nice paintwork going down the legs. Lots of nice silver. You can see sections here of his legs. You know, they give it some wear here on the edges. Again, just making him look a little scratched up, scuffed up. And his big old feet. But again, so much nice detail going on here. Looks fantastic, in my opinion. And there you have the back. Let's take a little closer look here at the fusion cannon. Again, really cool. Awesome design. And again, just giving it some little scuffs, some little wear here and there. But all in all, looks absolutely fantastic as far as I am concerned. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You do have wiggly waggly. It's also on a hinge itself. You can bring this up so you can get him really looking up into a squirrel, although that makes things look very disjointed, but thing you can do. You can't look down. Head can do a full 360. You get that wiggly waggly, so he has a very expressive head. Arms can do a full 360 on a nice ratchet. You can raise these sections here of the shoulder pad. Get your outward movement. Again, all that is nicely ratcheted. You get bicep rotation. Moving on down the arm, we have 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. As far as the hands go, the hands are fully posable. The thumb, ball joint at the base, you have a hinge here, and each finger is on a hinge at the base, and another hinge there, and another hinge there. So you have fully opposable fingers. So you have rotation. You also have a joint that allows the hands to move inward if you need that to happen. He does also have waist rotation. Got an ab crunch, which is nice. You get a little bit of detail that gets revealed there when you engage that. And as far as the legs, you can bring the hips down. The hips will slide down, like so. So you can bring the legs forward that far. Some stiff hinges as well. Oh, back, whoops, can't fall off. Back, about that far. Outward. You can get the full splits. You get some thigh rotation, not a lot. Just a little bit of rotation there. You do get rotation at the knee itself. So you got that going on. As far as the knees themselves, you get a double jointed knee. So you have a nice full range of movement there. Woo. And the feet, they can't move up. The toes can move down if you need them to. This little section here on the toe, above the toe can move up. So you can angle the toes up like that, but the foot itself doesn't move up. Like pretty much your articulation is in the toe itself. So up and down, and you do have your ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, obviously he has his cannon, which is really all he needs, but hey, why not give him a sword also? So here is Meg's sword, and I love this sword design. I think this looks really cool, and again, nicely painted. You get a nice silver in there, you get some gunmetal gray, you get some gold, you get some nice purple here, you get some black. It's more like a charcoal, but looks really good. Like the colors just work really well together. And again, just a little bit of weathering. They're not making it look dirty, just making it look a little, just a little worn, but giving it a nice metallic look to it. That looks fantastic. I love this sword. It looks awesome. But he can wield this as well. Let's see. Typical tab in the slot of the palm method of weapon holding. Just plug that in. Get things lined up. Come on. There you go. And just wrap his fingers around it. The joints on his fingers too are really stiff, so you can definitely get a good grip on it. And there he is with his mighty sword, and you can pew pew slash pew pew hack hack and all of that good stuff right there. So hey, things you can do if you want to do it. And you also have some Mega Noggin options. Now, this is the head that comes packed with him, and this is just basically a shell. There's nothing going on in here, which is honestly kind of insulting to Megatron. But anyway, this is the head that comes packed with the figure when you take it out of the box. And this is just kind of like a placeholder. Like, what? This isn't Megatron. This is just faceless robot man. Yeah. But the heads just swap out via a ball joint. If you want this on it, you can add that on it. Why not? Again, now he's just faceless robot man. Megatron, who's that? We don't know. What are you talking about? Copyright? What's that? Who knows? But you do also get another face here with Happy Megs. He's smiling. He's happy. He just killed a lot of people. Yay. He's having a good day. You can pop that on. And you can have a devious, smiling Megatron. And both of these heads do have lights in them. If you just wiggle off the top of his head here, you can see the battery compartment. Now, the batteries were installed on mine, on both of these heads, so you probably don't have to worry about it. But if yours doesn't have batteries, it takes two LR621 batteries. So they go right in there, as you can see, and the switch, you just flip it over, and boop, there you go. You can see his eyes glow a nice bright red. Of course, I have a lot of light on it right now, so you can't really tell, but yeah, they do glow a nice bright red. The one thing that annoys me is that you do have to take the top of his head off to turn the lights on and off. Would have been nice if they had just found some kind of like push button or something to make that work, but it is what it is. But yeah, both the heads rather, do have the lights in them. And I'll show off the smiling face too, because why not? There we go. Boop, turn that on. Again, don't know how well you can see it because I have a lot of light going on here, but you can see there. The eyes do glow a nice red. So there you have that. And the cannon itself does have a light up feature. The battery compartment is right here, and it's even nice enough to tell us how the batteries are supposed to be oriented, but this just slides down, and right in there is your batteries. Now again, the batteries were already installed on mine, but if they're not on yours, it takes 2 LR41 batteries. That's what you need for the cannon. And that just slides back up, and you push this button right here on the side, and boom, you get a nice bright orange LED that goes off in there, and that looks quite cool. So there you have that. Boom! Or should I say bloosh? And the last thing you get is an entire sprue here of screw hole covers, which fill in all of the screw holes, and the instructions don't even acknowledge that these exist, so I don't know where these all go. I haven't even begun to try to figure out where all these go, but maybe at some point I'll try to do this. Probably not. I don't know, but hey, things you can do. Yay! So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the MPM and the 30 Bumblebee Primes. And as you can see, he's a big boy. If you want a measurement to the top of his head, he stands at about 13.5 inches tall. So yeah, he's a big boy. And here he is with the Transcraft and 30 Bumblebees. Here he is with the 2 Waves, Sound and Shock. With Screamer, his wings are going to get in the way, with Screamer and Blitzwing. And lastly but not leastly, here he is with the MPM Megs, my knockoff version, but it's the same figure. So you can see how that works out. So there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode, a gorgeous looking robot mode in my opinion. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So first thing we need to do is move the cannon, just unplug that from his arm. This does transform as well. What you're going to do here is just flip in this post here, flip down this tab here. You're going to take this section here on the side, rotate it back, rotate this entire section up, and then take this back section here and just swing that to the side like that. Now that's ready to go. We can put that off to the side. So now we can start with Megs himself. So what we need to do here is we're going to just start with the back. So you're going to take this barrel back here and just pretty much just extend this out. It's on multiple hinges here. Just bring this out like so. This section here is going to pull out, and then you're going to bring it down at a diagonal. So bring it down and to the left. And you do want it to snap in place. And you just kind of bring this out. You can leave it in like a 90-degree angle just so it'll stay out of the way. So once we've done that, we can turn him back around. You want to come here to his chest, and you want to just pop all this open. There's a lot going on in here. You just kind of get out like so, and just bring that down, get that out of the way. So once we've done that, we can bring the arms out, take this section here with his head, and just rock this all the way back. So it sits back here like so. This section right here, it's on a double hinge. Just bring this back as far as it'll go, like that. And we got that going on. So now we can come here. You have this panel here you need to flip out. And this is the one part of the transformation. Oh, I actually didn't need a tool. Usually I need a tool to get that out. I guess it's loosened up on me over time as I've been transforming it, because that hinge was really tight at first. There you go. You want to flip that little panel up. And there you go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to engage this ab crunch here. So you want to bring this all the way forward like that. And once you've done that, you want to rotate this entire assembly around like so. And then bring it back like that. So once we've done that, we can now work on getting his arms into place. So what we're going to do here is we are going to rotate the arms upwards like that, and make sure the arms are totally straightened out here. like that. You're going to take this section here, the shoulder pad, you're going to bring this down, and you're going to swing this out. Now, if this rotational joint is too tight for you, which it was when I took them out of the box, just get a screwdriver, just loosen that screw in there, and that'll fix that up, because you don't want to risk snapping that. So if that's too tight, just loosen that screw, fixes it right up. So swing this out to the side, and you basically just want these sitting like right about here. So they sit like that. Bring it down, that'll sit right there like that. So one thing we can do now before we actually finish up on his arms, we can come here to his butt plate, and we're going to untab this section and then untab all of this, and this will seat in there, and then you have a tab that will go into the slot right in here. So you can just push that up and just snap that into place right there like that. And that is ready to go. So now we can proceed with the armular region. So what we are going to do here is we're going to just swing the arms in. You want to rotate the arms at the bicep. So these sections are now facing you. And what you're going to do now is, you can see what's happening here. Yeah, this little spring-loaded panel here. You want to push this in and then just collapse the arm down like so. And again, if this lock is too tight for you as well, again, there's a screw right there. Just loosen that, and that'll make life a lot easier for you. So push that spring-load panel in, bring that down until it clicks into place like so. You have this little panel here, just flip that down. Same thing on the other side, second vest, just like the first, just push that in, and we have to loosen this one a little bit more. There we go. Bring that down until that snaps in, close that up. Once you have done that, you can now just peg the two arms together like that, and then this section just comes down and covers up the hands right there, like so. So once you have done that, just come here to the sides, and you have these two tabs that you will flip out. And there we pretty much have the back part of the tank all situated. So now we can work on the legular region. So coming on down here. Now what we are going to do with all of this is we're going to bring this up. You want to undo his crotch here. You want to slide the hips down, because it does make life easier. And then you pull this down and rock it out, and you just kind of rock it in, and you want this to sit right there like that. Once you've done that, you can slide the hips back up. So again, slide hip down. That just gives you that extra clearance to kind of swing things around. And there you go. Then you can slide that back up like that. And then this crotch section here, you can just fold right in like that. Now keep in mind the instructions suck, so I had to watch videos to learn how to transform this guy. So if I do anything wrong, not my fault, their fault, okay? Because I was just following other people's directions here. Because the instructions are not good. But anyway, still a disclaimer there. So what you're going to do now is you're going to bring this chest panel down. And you have tabs on either side of this panel that will go into slots on either side here. So just line all that up. And plug it in, plug it in. So there's one side, and there is the other side, like that. So once you've done that, you want to take this section, just push that in, and then this section will come under, snap in right there, and that will lock all of this in place now. So now that we have done that, now we can work on the legs. So what we're going to do here, it's not one of those transformations. It's just a lot to do, but it's... And he's a big guy, too, and when you're trying to transform a big figure on camera, it makes it a little annoying, but honestly, it's not a bad transformation. But what we're going to do with the legs, you want to, first, bend the knee, and then push this little section in, like that. Just straighten the leg back out. This thigh panel here, you want to pop this up, and then rotate it, and then just swing it under, like so. You can see that exposes some treads. And at this point now, you want to rotate the leg 180 at the knee, like so. Now, you're going to take these sections right here, you're going to slide these up, and you want to basically just kind of wiggle them outward they're spring-loaded, just kind of give them a little wiggle, so you can then swing these up. So on both sides here, so pop that up and give it a little wiggle, 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 out, 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 and swing that out like that. Once you have done that, you can grab his calf here and just kind of slide it up and pop it out like that, and then rotate this assembly 180 like so. You have these little side sections here that are going to swing down. You have to pull them out just a little bit because they have a tab they go over. So swing those out, and you basically want this little silver section just kind of sitting in, like, 90 degrees here. You want that just kind of pointing straight out like that. You're going to do that on both sides. Just pop this out like that and swing that forward like so. So once you have done that, bring this little bit of thread out. This is where my tongue stops working. Flip this out and make sure you have the leg straight, and you want to bring this down first and have that seated where it needs to go. And also you have these double hinges here. You want to make sure these double hinges are all down, so that way the tread will sit flat when you get everything situated. So you have that going on here. You basically just kind of hold this in place here, and then bring all that down, and that will seat itself, and then you can just push this in, and it should just snap into place like that. And these sections here, again, they're supposed to just kind of sit. Sometimes they like to, there we go. That's supposed to sit like that. That's how you want that oriented on both sides. There we go. So then you can take the toe and just flip it down like that. And once you've done that, now as far as these go, I believe, I could be wrong. Actually, I haven't tried it the other way, but I think you're supposed to leave this one sitting like this, and this one from the pictures looks like you just put that right back where it was. And there's a little tab for that to go into. I assume you can do it with this one too, but I always leave that out. That's what I've seen everybody else doing, so I don't know. Maybe you can. I'm going to try this. This is going to be dangerous. You know what? I'm going to bring this one down too. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So, I'm going to try this out now. So once you've done that, you can then rotate this leg all the way around like so, and this should tab in. Oh, no, you don't. No, you do have to leave that one out. There you go, because that gets in the way. Okay, thank you. Answered my question. There we go. Something I thought to try out just now, and now realize, okay. So yeah, so this inside one, you do in fact have to leave facing forward like that, because if not, it totally gets in the way. So there you go. Question answered. Alrighty. So once you've done that, all of this, yeah, that post hole will go in here. So just get that in. And you also have this little nub right here that will go into a port right in there. But it's not a crucial mission critical locking point, and honestly it pops out sometimes, but it's there. So there you go. So you got that one side done. Second verse, guess what, is just like as the first. So again, just pop this thigh piece up, rotate around, swing it under, rotate this around at the knee, and then just pop these up, pop it, and give it a wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Bring that forward. Pop that up. And wiggle, 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 wiggle. Bring that forward like that. And there we go. Work with me, camera. Work with me. Stay where I need you to stay, buddy. There we go. And then just slide that up and pop that out. Sometimes the tread likes to stay behind. There we go. And rotate that around like so. Those side pieces, again, just swing those so they are facing forward. So like so. And then unfold that tread and just bring that down. And again, make sure that those double hinges are sitting as they should, so everything will lay flat. and just bring it all the way down. And all that should just sit right there. Make sure that that is in place. I believe it is. There you go. These bits are sitting where they're supposed to on either side. Take the toe, just flip that over like that. And there we go. So now, rotate. Hinges are a bit tighter on the side. There we go. Bring that over like that. And all this should line up. And tab in like that. Again, got a little nub there. Again, not mission critical, but if you want to, it's there. Get all nice and squozen. There you go. And this one can just come back down, sit back there where it was. And we're at the home stretch here. So, last couple steps we need to do here is we can just straighten this section out, kind of push that down, like so. Oops, I forgot to do the knee. I forgot to flip his little knee part in. Let me fix that. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, I fixed it. I got both sides the way they should be. So now we're at the home stretch. So the last things we need to do is just bring in the big old cannon. That will just plug in right in here. So just drop it on down like so. This will just rotate around like that. Bring that down. You kind of angle that back. And there we go. There we have Monocrat Megatank, or Megatank Monocrat Megatron. We have Megatron in his alt mode. He actually spins very well. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing right there. And he is a Megatank indeed. And I honestly really like the way this looks. I think they pulled this off very, very well. In my opinion, I think this looks awesome. It just looks like a big old beefy murder tank, and I dig it. A big old beefy Cybertronian murder tank. I like it. I'm a fan. I'm here for it. I am totally here for it. But let's get in close here, so we can take a look at the details. Granted, a lot of this we've already seen in robot mode, but hey, it bears taking a second look at. Looks quite nice. I love the way it all comes together. I think it comes together quite nicely. We do have a lot of detail going on back here as well. And everything for the most part gets hidden pretty well. He does kind of have, visible hair. His head is right there. You can kind of see it. Granted, if you use this head, then it won't be as noticeable. But, you can see it's just this one piece. It's just kind of covering his face. But his head's kind of peeking out there. But from most angles, you can't really tell it's there. But overall, though, I think they pulled this off very, very well. And yeah, there is the top. There is the bottom. You do have these little rolling wheels. And this thing rolls like a dream, honestly. This thing rolls definitely as rolling things should. I mean, you give this thing a little shove, and it goes. Like, it's a really smooth roll. I don't think I've owned any tank former with those little wheels that rolls that well. Like, that is smooth, man. That is smooth. Get back here. That's how smooth it is. It's smooth. Smooth! And for comparison, here he is with the Mechanical Alliance Soundwave. And here he is with the MPM Bumblebee Movie Prime. That seems about right to me, honestly. So there you go. Now, as far as storage for the sword, there is no storage that I have found anyway. Nowhere underneath, nowhere here where it could possibly tab onto. I don't know. Whatever, that's fine. But, of course, you can turn the light on, boom, have that going on, bloosh, boom, bloosh, bloom, a bloom, and a bloosh. Do all kinds of that, and that looks really cool. And also another thing to note is there is diecast in this guy. His toes are diecast. I think there's some more diecast in the legs, but I'm not exactly sure where. But he does have some nice heft to him, which is always welcome. But yeah, he's a big beefy boy and a big mega tank. And also as far as articulation in tank mode goes, I mean the main turret itself doesn't move because that's just a square peg, so that doesn't move at all. But this little cannon here, I mean that can move up, that can pivot up and down. You can rotate that around if you want to, so that has some posability if you wish. But other than that, it's just a big old mega tank. So there you go. So there you have Monocrat Megatank, and yeah, this is a fantastic figure in my opinion. Absolutely love him. The robot mode looks fantastic. The tank mode I think looks fantastic. Just the detail, the paintwork, it's all on point in my opinion. My only real complaint, and it's just a nitpick really, is I wish there was an easier way to turn on the lights in his head without having to pop off the top of his head. You know, that would have been nice, but that's really my only complaint. The transformation, I mean, there's a lot to do, but it works well. There's nothing frustrating going on. You know, as I mentioned during the transformation, there are a couple spots where you may need to loosen some screws just to make the joints work a little bit more smoothly, but other than that, the transformation works well. So all in all, I am very, very pleased with this figure. I think they knocked this one out of the park, as far as I'm concerned anyway, so there you go. Now, I picked this up from TF Safari. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. And for all your other Transformers needs, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com, also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the MT-01 Monocrat Megatank, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, bomb in your face. Something seems off. No, you think? What was your first clue? The couch is too small, we're almost too big for the set. What tipped you off? Look, you don't have to be mean, okay? I'm just saying. Well, can't you use your science or something to fix this? Yeah, I don't think this is a science issue. I think this is more a furnishing issue. Well, then get us some new furniture. I can't. It's not in the budget. Not in the budget? What do you mean it's not in the budget? Do you have any idea how much we spend trying to overthrow the world? It's very costly. Yeah, but it's worth it. Not really. We haven't overthrown the world yet. We keep losing, so yeah, no, not really. It's kind of a waste. Well, it's the experience that makes it worth it. Yeah, and now we're experiencing having cramps in our legs. Worth it?